We've had unprecedented access to everything we have wished to examine. We've contacted the American intelligence services, and they have assured us that they have no relevant information that will in any way affect my conclusions. I am satisfied that no attempt has been made to hold back information, and we are confident that the allegations made are unfounded. I know that this report will be the subject of closer scrutiny than anything I have done before, and people will probably continue to raise issues. It's inevitable. However, this has not stopped the Metropolitan Police from taking the exceptional step of publishing this report. Not only do we believe that it's the right thing to do, but we also believe that the public should have the opportunity to view this investigation in its entirety. And this will allow for properly informed debate about the evidence, rather than discussions based on theory and speculation.
Why does Mohammed Al-Fayed insist Operation Paget was a failure? And what is next in the search for the truth about Princess Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed's death? We have much more ahead. Stay with us. 10 years have passed since Princess Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed died in that tragic Paris car crash. A 3-year inquiry called Operation Paget concluded the crash was an accident, not a murder. And Lord Stevens, who headed up the inquiry, wants the world to know his investigation was thorough, and it was greatly helped by the initial French investigation conducted right after the 1997 crash. Lord Stevens says, although French and British authorities have different rules and tactics, the inquiry is still accurate.
The team has scrutinized all the statements taken from eyewitnesses at the time in order to assess if there was any possible evidence that might inform the investigation. They have not re-interviewed these witnesses. They did, however, manage to locate and interview 2 new eyewitnesses, and full accounts have been taken from them. The evidence that they provide has further informed our assessment.
Can we be sure that Operation Paget's conclusion is correct? The British Paget investigation, in part, relied on the French authorities' facts and interviews. We spoke with witnesses who were around the scene of the Paris crash. Some have a very different story about how the French gathered information. According to the Firestones, they had a difficult time getting the French authorities to take their statement at all. The Firestones say they were shocked when the French police finally agreed to see them.
Picture this. We're met by a couple of French policemen at the entrance to the Brigade Criminelle with the rifles, and we're being led and we're being told in French, given barked orders at that we don't even understand.
It's like almost like you would think we were the ones going to be like getting persecuted or something, or electrocuted. It was just really crazy. Now, I know just from being in little minor fender benders, if you have to give a deposition, each person is questioned different, at least back here in New York you are. And they had us just sitting kind of next to each other. Brandon was there, and one was behind the desk, and the interpreter was standing in front of us, and another person was just standing and listening to the whole thing. And they had to go very small because this guy was typing like this. Everything was like this. And again, it was like right out of, like, this sounds like it's out of a novel, but this really is what happened.
A bad novel.
So the interpreter is asking, we were told he was the chief of French police, the investigator. We have his picture and his name and his card. We have them all, by the way. And he's asking the questions to the guy standing up. The guy standing up is asking questions to the interpreter, and then the interpreter is asking questions to us. And on occasion, the guy that was standing says to the interpreter, no, no. And he tells him, in other words, like, he wasn't a very good interpreter, let's put it that way.